Hi, so this is a video about introverted thinking. This is a view from my perspective. Introverted thinking, or as we know in other words, like it is usually called a logical function. Depending on what information it gets, it finds a solution or the truth behind the scenes. Introverted thinking with real life examples. It is an internal function. It is a function, a judging function. We use it to make, we use it. Not all types have this function in their stack, like in their ego. So I think that this function is pretty important for many types and not very important for others. Like for me, it is very important. I remember like today when my history teacher, like in elementary school and at the start of high school, was talking about history, and some of these things were not making at all like any sense, because if what he said was true, then in that case the other side, the enemy, is like this, and this does not seem to be normal. And I am a TI user. Many think I am ENTP, while I think I am ESTP. And in every case, TI parent is present in both of them. What is TI parent? It is the second most used preferred function, cognitive function in a personality type.
Like TI parent in me, it is like the second function, and it is like the function that, it is like the alarm, like the spider senses.
Like it tells me that something is not right. Like I use it sometimes to see what are someone's intentions, because otherwise it would be hard to know. For me, I would like make logical questions and then make some others that would prove the truth or the lies that that person made when he answered the first questions. So this is using TI to find the real truth. In high school and elementary school, like in Kosovo, I was like in origin from Serbia and Kosovo, so there is a lot of propaganda history in those regions and in many others. Like you, the one who are watching this video, for sure you must have been fed with lies by your education system to some degree, small or bigger one, depending on the country you are from. But in the country where I was when I was young, very young, because I'm very young right now too, but even younger, there is a lot of that. So I would like, the teacher would say something and I would, like he would talk about like geography and like the size of regions, and then I saw that he was doing a mistake. He was miscalculating the size of the regions. He was like giving false numbers, and then I calculated it and I said, no, this is not right, because when you calculate this, the outcome is not correct about the size of this country. A few days, it was yesterday, I saw Trump, and he is at the White House, the President of the United States. He had a meeting to create a deal with Kosovo and Serbian leaders about economic normalization of relations. And I could clearly see what's behind of it. Logically, this was Trump's card for American people to show to them that, look, what is he doing? He's improving, he's bringing peace to Serbia and Kosovo. And he is a great president, he is a warm president for peace, etc., etc. He deserves like something, an award. And of course, I'm not saying that this is bad, but I'm saying that logically, that is what he was doing, because it is a hard time, and a good publicity is what he needs. So TI, I usually use TI when I make decisions and when I want to discover more things about something, or even when reading like books or stuff. Like I would read a book, and that book would say, like, if you are reading this book, you are either in this case or in this case, or in that one. And that is very stupid, because I was not in any of those cases. TI is not only about the truth. It's not only about being able to logically see and solve things. I think TI is also a function that it is not only truth-seeking, but it also passes a lot of time thinking, of course, but that passes a lot of time learning. Like for a TI user, it takes a much more time to understand something, but it is the will to understand it deeply and to be like completely sure whether a TE like friend, like he is a very strong TE, he has a very strong function, extroverted thinking, but not introverted thinking. So he will not spend all that time. He will find something that is very useful, and he will find the way very fast. I don't see things like that. I think that some subjects need to be analyzed much more before a decision is made. Like TI may be slower than TE, in my opinion, depending on how you use it. But TI, or logical thinking, as it is called, I don't agree with a claim that makes some types look like more logical. Even if that's true, that does not mean that you as a person, if you have high TI, that does not mean that you are smarter, because you may be fooled so easily. Like I have a TI dominant friend, and he got fucked from many sides, in different places, scammed, I mean, so by stupid people. A TI, an introverted thinking dominant, who is considered a smart person, got fucked by stupid people. So you should really be careful. TI, if it's not fed with good sources, like if you don't have a lot of information, if you don't have a lot of perspectives, the big picture, the small picture, if you don't have all, then you may miss a lot and make a bad decision. Introverted thinking. Introverted thinking is called like a logical observation of truth, but in a world that is full of lies, how we can know what is the real truth? How we can know that this is real? Well, we can know it, we can touch it. These are real objects. This is not like something that does not exist. I can touch it, like this painting. I really like this painting. When I think of this painting, I think of a lot of things at the same time. I really like it. Like, this is real. We can touch it. But in a world today, when you have people wearing another mask, another one, and before that they had many others. It is sometimes hard to know the truth. I will tell you how TI, logical thinking, introverted thinking, like it is a voice inside of your head, like telling you, hey, this is not a good idea. Like 5 years ago, when I was like 20 years, I got scammed to buy clothes. I'd lost like $100, but I did buy those good looking clothes. But they really had like a value of $20, $30. But how I got scammed? From the start, my TI was saying, this is bullshit, this is crap. Pathetic. But then my feeling, extroverted feeling, like started to come over and let's do this, let's do the procedure. Like he tries to sell me something and I say that's good and then leave. But then my introverted intuition started thinking, wow, these are very good. I could use them in the future, and I could even give one of these to a friend. And it was like introverted intuition, extroverted sensing, extroverted feeling. They all started to think, wow, this is a good idea. These clothes look very expensive. So I started thinking to buy them. Well, my TI, introverted thinking, it was like a strong voice inside of me. What the fuck are you doing? Like, even not that moment. It was not after I did buy that shit. Even before buying it and during it, like, hey, are you looking well? Are you using your eyes? Are you seeing what's happening? You are going to get scammed to buy some clothes that have not that value. Why are you not listening to me? It was like the voice of reason. Just look. Don't do it. It was like the voice inside of me, but I like passed it and went to extroverted feeling. Oh, I will feel great. But introverted thinking was able to see that something was not making sense in a way that it had like gaps of logic. So I really, at that time, I decided to use introverted thinking more, because up to that point I was using my extroverted feeling instead of introverted thinking. Like I was making a decision because the extroverted feeling was pushing me to do that, while the introverted thinking is not feeling anything but is seeing everything. Well, thanks to SE also and other functions, of course. TI, it's a very good knife. Where is my knife? Where the fuck did I let... Where is
my knife? Move your fucking ass!
Oh, okay, I have this, a bullet. TI is a bullet of truth, but a bullet cannot destroy everything. You see? There are things that TI cannot do alone. So you need to use logic, external logic, how things work in real life. Be familiar with modern sensory world, intuitive world, fucked up world, and TI can easily get manipulated. It is my opinion. I'm not sure if it is the absolute truth. Is there an absolute truth? I think maybe there are a few absolute truths. Are a few absolute true things, realities. I didn't do like a plan of what I'm going to speak. And I always say I should have made like notes, so this way it will be a better video. But I don't have time because I have to go out right now. And after that I'm going to swim and play golf illegally. We are going to enter the golf field illegally and play. If they see us, we will run in the forest, as there is a forest and there is no fear of getting caught, so everything is great. Yeah, I'm not sure if that's TI talking or SE.